Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Oh my goodness, raise your hand if you feel personally victimized by this episode, because let me tell you, oh my goodness. It's like the yay Jason reveal, now everything else. So let's get right to it. At Patrick's place, because I will never call it Patrick and Sam's, at least for right now. Sam is thinking about Jake telling Danny that Liz and Laura have a secret about Jason, and Patrick's leaving for work. Sam calls Jason. Basically, she wants to put together a play date for Sam and Danny. No, Jake and Danny. Haha. I can't. I am. Okay. Anyway, today's episode was really upsetting. So Liz offers to drop Jake off, and Jason's like, "No, I will. You're at work." Like, what? He didn't say it like that, but that's how I heard it. Sam and Jason talk, and she tells Jason she wants him to be happy, and then she brings up getting a divorce, and then Jason leaves. Sam bonds with Jake. She tells him he spills something, and he's like, "Oh my god, please don't tell," and she's like, "It's fine, like, it's literally fine, like, this kid is so jumpy, and like, it honestly scares me for what he's been through." But then she tells him her secret about, back when she was a kid, she spilled milk and, like, blamed it on the cat, and nobody knows. And, oh my goodness, it feels so good to get that off my chest. And then asks him if he has any secrets. And I'm like, oh, Sam, I love you. So Sam comes up with a game. Think about a secret, and I'll try to guess it. And he tells her, so after, like, playing the game for about 2 seconds, he just straight up tells her that his mom and grandma have a secret about his dad, and it made his grandma mad at his mom. Thanks, Jake. That was really good information. So Sam tells Jake that he doesn't have to tell her the secret, and, forget she ever asked. And Sam calls someone and asks them to stop by. Who could it be? Hint, we'll know by the end of this video, so it's okay. Oh, Chad Duel is live. Well, so am I. At the hospital, Jason visits Liz. This is before he drops Jake off. And he's going to see Diane later today to see about his financial assets and to make sure Sam and Danny are provided for. And then Liz is like, hey, while you're at Diane's, why don't you talk to her about getting a divorce? And he's kind of taken aback by the suggestion because it, like, subtle much. So then Sam calls Jason and asks if Jake can come over and spend time with Danny. So you're all caught up on that part. Patrick arrives at work, and Liz tells Patrick that Jason's going to talk about getting a divorce from Sam with Diane. And I'm like, he never actually agreed and said he'd do that? Like, you asked him? Like, what? Insecure much? Liz and Patrick kind of deserve each other right now, because they're both, by the end of this episode, they're both like the most insecure people on the show at the moment. And then Patrick says he has doubts about Sam not having feelings for Jason, and I'm like, oh my goodness, she chose you. Is that not enough? Like, So Sonny's worried about Dante and his marriage, rightfully so, because Dante just cannot stop ruining that. And Ava shows up and taunts Sonny about never seeing Avery again. Ava asks for Morgan, and then Sonny's going to have supervised visitation, and the supervisor's right there. So Sonny and Carly are not happy about the supervisor, and then she says, she's going to have to report to the judge when the time comes, whether or not, like, maybe he won't need supervision anymore. So, like, treat the supervisor good, people. Carly asks the supervisor if they can have some space with Avery, and she agrees and stands outside the door. Sorry, my glasses fell down. Jason and Carly run into each other. He tells Carly that Helena is dead, and Carly asks him about his plans for reclaiming his past and Sam, because he's like, so, I'm just gonna, go on my life. And Jason insists that he wants to move on, and Carly says, Elizabeth doesn't really love him, but who she wants him to be in, like, this cookie cutter life. And she accuses him of hiding and that he can't deal with being Jason Morgan because Jason's life was so big, and he can't deal with it. He's not too happy with her and insists that this is what he wants. And then Sonny's singing a little song to Avery, and it's freaking adorable. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if the supervisor sees that, she's just right back to the judge, like, this guy's awesome. At the gallery, Paul and this guy Raj are waiting for Ava, and Paul tells Raj that Ava will be overseeing operations from now on, and she asks what she'll be transporting, and Paul's like, why do you need to know? We're in international shipping, like, that's all you need to know. And she's like, well, as as long as it tackles Sonny. And Paul promises Sonny will be gone long before Avery can even remember him. Which is really mean, you know? At Windermere, Lulu's not at Windermere. She's at whatever. I guess at Maxie's. But her and Laura are on the phone, and she's going over to Dante's today, and she thinks there's hope for their marriage. Nicholas tells Laura that Helena is dead. He makes this whole scene to Laura about how much he misses Helena, and Laura brings up how now he and Liz are in the clear due to Helena's untimely death. And Nick is apparently taken aback by Laura's response, and Laura has doubts about Hayden. Laura and Nick have a lengthy talk about Hayden, but it basically boils down to let's hope Hayden doesn't remember what you did to her. You know, shooting her in the head. Let's hope she doesn't remember. At Dante's, I know I said this at the beginning of the video, but raise your hand if you feel personally victimized by Dante Falconeri, because I do. I feel like he cheated on me. I'm not gonna lie. I've been a fan of Lulu and Dante from the beginning, and let me tell you, I feel like he cheated on me. He cheated on all of us. You know, he betrayed all of us. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. All right. I'll move on. So Valerie and Dante wake up together because life isn't fair. Lulu shows up and is about to tell Dante she doesn't want their marriage to end when Valerie walks out of the bathroom in a towel because life isn't fair. So he asks her how long she wanted him to wait, and she's like, a day? And he's like, it wouldn't have changed anything. And she's like, actually, I was here to tell you I want to fight for our marriage, and I was wrong to file for separation, and that's what would have changed. And Lulu tells it as it is, and she's like, you know, so much for the one-time thing, and no feelings involved, and, you know, basically this has delegitimized everything he said to her over the past month that he's been caught. I know it's less time in their world, you know. So then Valerie decides to blame Lulu for all of this, and I'm sorry. Again, it's been like a month or less since she found out. Like, was the choice forgive him immediately or give up forever? Like, I don't understand like why she got no time to process this. You know, like Dante's on her every day about forgiving him, and then Valerie like can't wait to like pounce. Like, give the girl a I don't get it. I'm sorry. I'm upset. And Lulu is like, it's my fault. You have no life and took everything I have. And I was like, oh, I love you right now. She accuses Lulu of playing the victim. Girl, please. Okay. And she says that, you know, she doesn't feel guilty for sleeping with Dante anymore because she didn't destroy their marriage. Lulu did. And, like, oh my goodness. This is so ridiculous. Like, I can't deal with this. Like, it's so ridiculous. You know, get Olivia involved. You know what? Isolate Dante. I hope all of his loved ones just stop speaking to him. It's not gonna happen, but it's what he deserves. He deserves to be isolated and alone. Him and Valerie can have each other, and he won't be happy because, you know what? Lulu wasn't gonna keep him away from Rocco before, but she might now. I kind of hope she does. I really do. At the Haunted Star, Hayden is meeting with a mystery man, Sean Butler's friend, Curtis. Curtis thinks he already knows the situation, but she tells him she knows who shot her and she needs him to get evidence. And he's like, it sounds like you need the cops. And she's like, it's not a job for the cops. And he doesn't want to do anything illegal, yet he was going to smoke a cigar in a bar, which kind of illegal. Well, yeah. And she wants him to get the bullet from the wall. Because that'll be Sean's bullet and it'll prove that he didn't shoot her. And Laura is now at the Haunted Star and she thinks about the Haunted Star and how Helena bet for it to be a curse and how she twisted Nicholas and hopefully Laura can like untwist Nicholas. End scene. Hayden's back at Windermere, her and Nick, oh, we're so happy to see each other. She's still playing with it. She's still playing him, and I'm, like, really happy. The supervisor comes to take Avery, and Paul comes in and says Sonny can have some more time with Avery. After extra time is up, Paul talks to Sonny. He says he wants to put an end to the violence so that no one else suffers like Sonny has, and Sonny's like, a lot of DAs have come through with the same intentions, and Paul's like, well, I think you'll find I'm not like the rest. Not with the eye thing, but I think the eye thing would have made it like so much better, you know. Laura asked Dante if he agrees with what Valerie says and if she speaks for him, and he's like, I only speak for me, and then hands her the separation papers and says, isn't this like, this is what you want? We're like, 5 seconds ago she said that's not what she wanted. Like, he's not even listening. I can't. I feel like I'm so mad. Like, why? Why'd you do this to Dante and Lulu? Ava opens the crate of the shipping container, and it's like a huge thing of high-powered guns. And she's like, I should be on the show, because I am gold, let me tell you. Carly grabs Elizabeth out of the elevator, literally. Elizabeth wants out, but Carly won't let her. She tells Elizabeth she needs to let Jason go, as if. Patrick approaches Jason and says he's glad that he's going ahead and divorcing Sam because it's time he got out of her life. And I'm like, insecure much? Oh my god! Like, talk about, I'm sorry, even if I wanted to divorce someone, if their current partner came up to me and like, I'm glad you're getting divorced because it's time you got out of their life, I'd be like, you know what? I don't think I want to divorce them anymore. I think I want to try again. Like, just for spite. Just out of spite, you know? And then the person that Sam called and is at the door is Laura. So the real question is, can Laura keep the secret when asked point blank by Sam about it? That's the real question, and I don't think she can. I don't know for sure because previews for the week are not up, but I'm really happy because once Jason finds out that Elizabeth has known this whole time, he's not gonna want to be with her because she's been lying to him because she's a liar. And I think this whole thing's so funny because it kind of proves that Jason would have stayed with Elizabeth even if he knew who he was months ago, and she didn't have to go through all this and lie to him, but she chose to, and like, it makes me really happy because it's just, she's gonna get so much of her just desserts at the end. But let's get this Dante and Lulu. Could this whole Dante and Lulu thing be like a throwback to Dallas where it's like, oh, it was just a dream? Because I would kill for a whole it was just a dream storyline right about now. I really would. Please, can Lulu wake up from like a coma we didn't know she was in? It sounds ridiculous, but I really want it to happen. Maybe Valerie could just be this figment of her imagination she's come up with in the coma. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think that's it for today's Drama Hospital recap. Like this video if you like my coma idea. But I will see you tomorrow for Drama Hospital, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!